storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.
That is the moon will burn, but we all know him better as Future. And I think we call him Future because if you was to sleep with this man, he will officially be your future. Like he will implant his future into your uterus. You will shit out his future and you will be stuck with this man for life. Now, shout out to the brat. I got to give a shout out to the brat first because she was brave enough to actually stand close enough to this man to take a picture with him. She then made a post that said she thought she might have been pregnant after hugging him for a photo in which we all said, honey, you guys are two tops. Ain't no way that two tops are getting each other pregnant. Now, moving right along, because Future had his lawyers file a motion for a psychological evaluation on baby mama Eliza Reign. Now, I don't know. Her real name is Eliza Reign, but as far as which number baby mama she is, I have officially gotten lost. I think she's baby mama number 7 or 6. And now there might be an 8th or a 9th. It's a lot. But anyway, I say all that to say, this man filed for this motion for the psychological evaluation. I personally think that this will be granted. This evaluation will go through, and there is a really high chance that Eliza is going to end up like Ludacris's baby mama. You know, not his wife, not the first baby mama. I mean, the baby mama that was actually one of the high school sweethearts that, you know, he made a baby with, a break baby, before he married Eudoxia. You know how these niggas do. They break up with you. No. They put you through hell, refuse to marry you. You leave them. You have that year where you just like, I'm going to do me and leave him at the house to figure this shit out. You know, you try to pull a Chrissy on him, but he ended up being a Jim Jones at the end of the day. He slides through an old couche he had before, does not use protection, and then when y'all get back together, he also brings you a gift. Sometimes it might be herpes, sometimes it might be a baby. It just really all depends. Now, once I found out that he was actually having his lawyers file a motion for the psychological evaluation, I had to go back and look at her history because I said, why? Why does Future want a psych eval on this particular baby mama, but we have never heard him ask for a psychological evaluation from any of the others? So I went to Broward County, I looked up the public records, I was minding my business, but being nosy at the same time, only to find out that Miss Eliza Reign, aka Eliza Reign, aka Thigh Pocket, got a damn criminal history that dates back all the way to 2005, but we're going to break that down in a minute. Now, in August, let me make sure I get this date right. On August 12, 2019, in Broward County, Eliza Reign filed a motion for child support, a paternity test, child support, a parenting plan, and other related relief. Now, if you wasn't a child of the course like me, you might not quite understand what all that shit means, but let me break it down for you. So child support is monetary support given from the non-custodial parent to the custodial parent. You know, just like your mama raised you, your daddy went in the house, he had you every other weekend, and he sent your mama $30 a week. Moving right along, a parenting plan is 2 plans that's going to be merged into one, where the mother and the father figure out how they want to communicate, how they want to transport the child, the visitation situation, who's going to have rights to the child, medical care, vision care, dental care, and more. As a matter of fact, you can actually look at the plan that Omarion and April Jones have. They don't even talk. They don't text. They don't meet at 7-Eleven to exchange these kids. They literally have an app that they message, and then the app messages the other person to say, hey, Omarion said to have his kids ready by 2. Hey, April, time to bring them back, you know, but we're going to break down that situation too. That situation is a whole hot mess, but that's another story for another day. Now, what's interesting is that on August 27, 2019, Future filed a gag order on Eliza as well, but it's telling us in public that he don't know. It took you a couple weeks to go ahead and file a gag order. Now, I'm sure in this gag order, he wanted her to not be talking on social media, not be doing interviews, basically to shut up mentioning his name, point blank, and a period. But that did not work because Eliza has been talking since. She's been making lives ever since then. I ain't really seen her do no interview with nobody, but she definitely ain't acting like somebody that got a gag order on her. But that just goes to show that, Future, you do know her. And hey, Future, you did have sex with her. And hey, Future, you probably had unprotected sex with her, which is why you just want this shit to go away instead of coming right out and saying, look, I don't know this lady. You know, don't Bill Clinton her and say you never had sex with her when we know you clearly did. You don't turn around cooch, and you definitely don't turn down unprotected sex. Moving right along. Now let's break down her arrest record, eviction record, and so much more. I got all of this information from Broward County Public Records. Are you struggling with hair growth issues? Are you ready to finally be able to actually put your hair in a real ponytail and not that little knob? Have you found that beauty supply products leave your hair dry, flat, useless, and dull? And are you ready for a change? And if you are, you need to try some MOOMOO grease. This product was created for us. And nothing will change about your hair if you don't change your regimen. This product can be used in old people, young people. It doesn't matter. The products are 100% vegan, and all of the information for MOOMOO grease is down in the description box below. Break this down, and by the time I get to the end of her arrest record, I want y'all to let me know what y'all think about this shit and why Future actually has a point in wanting a psychological eval on this girl, because she ain't the most responsible. I'm just saying. So in May 2005, Eliza was evicted from Capri Waterford Park Apartments in Broward County. Capri is spelled Capreit. If I can find a picture on Google, I will actually insert it here so you can know what them apartments look like. May 2005, she was evicted for non-payment. In November 2019, she was caught unlawfully speeding. She was doing 86 in a 65. And she was driving a 2006 Chrysler. Now, I mentioned the type of car she was driving because as we go through this arrest record, you're going to notice somehow she got several cars, but we still really don't know what you do for a living, Eliza. Now, in October 2011, she was caught unlawfully speeding. She was driving a 2001 Audi, and she was doing a 90 in a 65. See, if you don't know, when you speed, anything over the speed limit is considered speeding. So if it's a 66 in a 65, nigga, you speeding. But then if it's anything 10 miles per hour over the limit, that is when you get into like criminal speeding or unlawful speeding, as they call that shit down in Florida. In March 2012, she was charged with a repeat domestic violence against Natasha Gibson. Now, I wish I could show this here, but I'm going to put it all on my Instagram. Now, when you hear the words repeat, that means this wasn't her first time. And when you hear the words domestic violence, that don't necessarily mean somebody she was sleeping with, because Natasha's a woman. So this don't mean she was eating Natasha's box, but she was probably somehow related to Natasha, and that's how it's domestic. So when your cousin be talking shit on Facebook and you run by grandma's house to mollywop her and you get caught by the popo, yes, it is still domestic damn violence. Moving right along, in December 2013, she was caught speeding, not unlawful, but just speeding. She was doing a 57 in a 40, and this time she was driving a 2013 Land Rover. Now, I don't know if maybe she's just leasing these cars, if these are her John's cars, allegedly. I don't know, but either way, she got a whole bunch of cars. She was also not wearing a seatbelt, which is not good for a mother of a young child. In May 2014, she was caught speeding in a school zone, so no regards for the children. She was also driving a 2014 Land Rover. In September 2014, she got arrested for aggravated assault with a firearm, battery, and her bond was set at $6,000. Now, she ended up pleading no. She pled not guilty at the time and decided to take it to trial. It actually did not go to trial until like March of 2015, and she was actually found not guilty. The charges were dismissed, and so her bond was returned to her. Are you tired of suffering from bloating, constipation, and other digestive issues? Are you ready to finally lose that food, but that just never seems to go away? Then consider using my colon cleaner. And yes, you heard me right, my colon cleaner. This colon cleaner is made of 100% organic psyllium fiber and has helped people reverse IBS, lose weight, and so much more. All of the information and contact info for the creator of my colon cleaner is in the description box below. On June 2015, she was caught once again unlawfully speeding. She was doing an 85 in a 65 and was driving a 2014 Mercedes-Benz. In February 2016, she was caught speeding doing the 60 in a 45 and was driving a 2014 Mercedes-Benz. Thank you, Florida. One thing I got to say about Florida, thank you, Florida, for giving all these details. Now, you keep the actual court proceedings and everything that you say, you keep all those documents confidential. This is different from state to state. Like, I'm from Arizona. And in Arizona, your shit in the courts, that's all public. Everything that's said, that is public. Like, ain't nothing stricken from the record. Like, somebody can go and find out everything that was said in your damn trial. I'm going to give y'all that tip if you trying to find some dirt on somebody from Arizona. Moving right along, did I already say February 2016? Anyway, 16 and a 45, she was speeding 2014 Mercedes-Benz. March 2019, she was speeding once again. She was doing a 92 in a 65. She was driving a 2018 Land Rover, and she pled no contendere. All right. In December 2019, she was arrested for an expired tag, and at the time, she was driving a 2018 Land Rover. Now, bottom line, looking at her history of being evicted, having multiple speeding violations, unlawfully speeding, speeding in school zones, aggravated assault with a firearm and battery, domestic violence repeated, but we didn't find the first domestic violence, so I don't know where the hell that was, but either way. Eliza, I hate to say it, but Future actually has a case. He has a reason to get this psychological evaluation, but no, next, even if you pass that psych eval, he would definitely be asking the court for a home study. Now, a home study is when social workers or social workers approved by the court ends up going into the home of the requested person and actually looking at everything from the cabinets to the cupboards, asking them about their history, how they grew up. Now, they're going to go through that in the psych eval, but they're going to go even deeper in a damn home study. Now, I take that back. The psych eval goes deeper in the childhood than the home study. But either way, I've looked at both and evaluated them both in my own personal career in real life. And here's the thing, too. When they do this home study, which I'm predicting that Future will do, or if he has good lawyers, they will ask for that as well in order to extend and carry this case on. They will need references. So Eliza, I expect you and am telling you to start gathering some friends now. So when they ask you for this home study and they need 5 to 10 references to give a good word for you, who will also be interviewed in their home, all your stripper and prostitute friends and drug dealing friends is not going to work. I really hope you got some family members that's worth some shit that can put in a good word for you. They can say Eliza was great in school. Eliza was a good child. Not me and Eliza been scamming since, 2002, so shout out to all the scammers out there. Other than that, I feel conflicted because on one hand, I don't feel sorry for Future. Future, you know exactly what you was doing when you was laying down with these different women. On the other hand, Eliza, this is her baby. She's a new mother. I'm not going to advocate for nobody just losing all rights to their child. But with Eliza's history and Future being as petty as he is and not wanting to be on child support no more, he is putting her through the ringer simply to not have to pay child support, take the baby just like Ludacris did to his baby mama, and give the baby to his mama. So that means Future mama will be raising the baby because damn well Future ain't got no time to be tied down with no kids, not even the ones that's being raised by Russell Wilson. Future got time to be all up in Lori Harvey's butt cheeks out in Jamaica. He don't give a damn about them kids and ain't got time to be spending with them, because if he gave a damn about them kids, he wouldn't be having so many different women, because there is no way that a couple in the same home with multiple kids feel like 1 or 2 of their kids is getting neglected, but this nigga here who's on the road making music, out on the town, always in a new cooch, got time for all his kids in all these different homes. It ain't no damn way. So let me know what you think about this whole Future and Eliza situation down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and share if you care for more reviews, roasts, prescriptions, news, exclusives, and the like, and I will catch you guys later. Do you like smelling good? Do you like snuggling up with your man and having him be like, baby, what is that? Well, I got a solution for you. All you got to do is check out Blessed Fragrances, okay? Blessed Fragrances was started by a woman named Bridgett over 20 years ago. And she has been making body oils, body sprays, roll-ons, colognes, and perfumes for an affordable price. So you could go into a room smelling like Dior, smelling like Gucci, smelling like Yves Saint Laurent, without having to pay $90, $95, $115 for a bottle this damn small. Use my discount code STORM and you can get 15% off your order today. Lotus Radiance is a company that I had to come and talk to you guys about because this product here keeps my skin smooth, smelling good, and of course it is made with all natural ingredients, so I don't have to worry about breaking out and my eczema acting up. What I'd like to do is to get me $1 of this, rub it in my hands, and rub it in the desired areas that you want to smell good and look good. Get all moisturized up in here. Winter time, so guess what? It is not cute to be ashy. Get you some Lotus Radiance. This video has been sponsored by Bella BT. Now, ladies, Do you want to bring the spa home to you? Are you ready to rejuvenate that V all while using natural herbs? This V steam is taking over feminine care from sea to shining sea, helping women with fibroids, fertility issues, stress relief, and more. And we can even get them cycles back on track. Use Bella BT that is owned by licensed esthetician Brittany McDonald. All of her contact information is in the description box below. Hair her up now and use that Bella BT so you don't be walking around with that spoiled rotten cookie.
It's a storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.